So I'm here to just give a heartfelt message to everybody, sharing that it's time that it's very high time that we sort of look into where our identity is based, what we identify ourselves as, and especially if we identify ourselves with what we do, then I think we're going to face a huge identity crisis because soon much of what we do is going to be done by AI. And they're already very efficient, you know. I mean, I don't mean that we stop doing what we do, but I think if we are forming an identity through what we do, any skill that we have, and we derive who we are from what we do, and I think that is the place where we're going to form crisis. So I think it's really important to look at that, and doing what we are doing, we shift the sense of identity from the doing to the sense of being, to the higher self. We use AI as a true tool to gain self-knowledge. It looks much faster than spending 12 years in Gurukul now, because the knowledge is everywhere now, you know. So knowledge is so easily available that it's almost scary that if it comes in the hand of those who are not efficient, who are not based on morals, what's going to happen to that knowledge is questionable. But having said that, what I just basically wanted to say that I think we need to dislodge the sense of self through what we do, still doing what we do, but our identity should not be based on that, but rather dislodge from there and grounded on the higher self, because that's who we ultimately are, that, and all the spiritual system in the world is basically pointing toward that. But I think now that the work has to be done much faster, and again, being really careful that not to form another identity through the spirituality as well. I mean, I'm singing and I'm playing music and whatever that I'm doing, but if I'm creating that, I'm doing that to create another spiritual identity, then it's full of shit, you know. So I think it's very important before we hit a real identity crisis that we sort of consciously come out of that, and maybe we got a couple of years or decades maybe before everything is taken over by AI, that we use that time to ground ourselves in the being, to know our higher self, because the heart field is one place where the AI probably can't go right now. Who knows? But it's the heart space that's going to move forth from here, not your mind, because the mind is full of knowledge. AI takes over the mind. That's the huge mind. So heart-based, guys. As cliche as it might sound, but the real connection, the heart, felt, intuition, telepathy, all these are still available to the higher self, the higher frequency of living, higher dimensions. They're available to us, and I think our job is to, as a humanity, to save humanity, pretty much, is to invest our energy toward the higher self, use the AI toward the higher self.